Welcome, everyone, to the Strive 305 podcast. I am beyond excited today, a little nervous, a little intimidated, but I'm beyond excited. And you're going to see why in a minute when I introduce our guest. Before I get to that, I want to get rid of all our thank yous quickly. I want to thank Mayor Levine Cava for giving us the Strive 305 initiative. I want to thank Manny Sid for putting me here. I want to thank our district commissioner. In this case is Senator Rene Garcia, because this small business is District 13. So thank you, Senator Garcia. Wells Fargo for supporting the website. And of course, Grant and Michael Miller of Community News for doing all this. Okay, I got that out of the way. Let me introduce.
You are excited. You even say your name. Who are you?
Oh, Tico Casamayor, everybody.
And my name's Irvon's Augustine. Good to have you on the show.
I told you I was going to be nervous today. Yeah, they love hearing my name. All right, give me the white shot because I want everybody to see what we have here. We have with us today Tim Reynolds, Associated Press sports writer. But I mean, the history and what he's done is incredible. Olympics, 23 Olympics.
It'd be I'm not that old. My 13th is coming up in Italy.
13th? I read some, 23 countries you've
23 countries.
23 countries, 11 Olympics. And then AP writer, you do the Heat. You do the the Hurricanes?
The national quarterfinalist, Miami Hurricanes, yes.
Yes,
correct.
Thank you, sir. Hey, I'm a Cane.
That's very cool.
You did the Inter-American, the Messi team too, right?
Cover Inter Miami, cover the Canes, cover Canes Hoops, the Heat. We have in that county just north of here, we have a back-to-back Stanley Cup champion that we cover, and other duties as assigned. We stay busy. We stay busy.
Okay, there you go. This is why I'm going to talk as little as possible today, because he is the best. Too late, I know. But the other reason I'm here is because I want to show off something that he just put together, that he did. A passion piece, which is the Miami Heat Unillustrated Timeline. Anybody that's a Miami Heat fan, you're going to want one of these. Anybody that got a really cool gift and didn't get a good gift this year for Christmas or holidays, you're going to want to get them this.
An awesome gift.
Yes, I have it. Well, you're not going to believe it. I have mine in my house, and my wife puts it in the center, right there, and there's a coffee table in the middle. And she doesn't put anything because she's very picky about what goes on that coffee table.
I'm very appreciative.
And I had to pull mine out of there to bring it over here today, and she wants it back. And that's because she met you. She loved you. She heard you speak. She loves your wife. Everything about this guy I love, but I have to stop talking because you can see I'm overly excited. So, Irvon's, take over, do your thing. And another one thing I just wanted to say before you go.
When can I jump in with a question?
Shush.
Does
one
Tico know what decaf is?
No.
Actually, no. This is what this is full of. One last thing. My small business people out there, the ones that are the reason that you're here, to learn about small business, to see you follow your dream, follow your passion. This is what he's done. This man doesn't need to write a book like this. He doesn't need to do this. He's done this out of a passion project to turn himself into a small business.
The vein is coming down your neck again. You should drink some water.
Yeah. I'm getting jazzed up. All right, go. Take over, guys. I made my intros. I'll be quiet now.
Thanks so much for getting Tim on here today, because this is awesome. It's actually a really great book. I hadn't seen it. He mentioned it several times, but I actually hadn't seen it in person. And impressive pedigree. You've done some amazing work in a really amazing industry that's so deep. But as a writer, the first thing I was just curious about, for you, why did you do a picture book? There's so much you could say in so many stories, but you focus. The first thing that struck me about this book is the pictures.
And there are a lot of them. There's at least a couple hundred of them in there. And, well, for starters, thanks for having me. Tico, take a breath. It's okay. It's okay. We're good.
I'm
so
overrated.
The publisher, this company out of St. Louis called Reedy Press, not a big publishing house. And so that appealed to me right away. They reached out to me somewhat cold. And I can't remember if it was an email or a phone call, but it was, late in 2024. And they're like, hey, we got your name. These are the books we do. They do a couple of different kinds of books. They do some fun, 100 places, 100 things to eat in Kansas City. Things like that.
Yeah.
Fun, light reads. And they also do these illustrated timeline books. And they had just gotten into the sports space. They had just done one with the Boston Celtics. Coincidentally, the Celtics happened to win the championship around the time that book was coming out.
Yeah.
And it worked out well for the publisher and for the author and all that. They're like, we want to do a Heat book. We know the Heat have an enormous following. They're a global brand. We want to do a Heat book. Would you be interested? And it took me 4 seconds to say yes, without getting any detail about what are we doing? What is this book? So what we try to do with the book, you try to tell you a bunch of stories that either you know or you're going to know a different way, maybe some stuff you don't know. But the photos take you back to that point in time because, the Heat have been around now almost 40 years. So the images sort of take you...
I remember when they first started. You know how old that makes me? Jeez.
41. It makes you 41, yes. So it's... The photos take you back, and hopefully the stories take you back. And you just sort of get lost in the storytelling, whether it's what I wrote or the visual storytelling. We hope it appeals a couple of different ways. It is... I loved... When they told me the book was going to be... coffee table type book. Immediately, it's going to have some heft to it.
Yeah,
it stands out. It's not it's not the typical book that's on your shelf. So that makes it pop a little bit. So all of those things appealed to me, and that's why we went down this road of telling of doing a book that was both visual but somewhat word driven as well.
Have you written other books before this? Or was this your first?
I've been involved in a couple. But this is the first one with my name.
This is your first.
Yeah,
book. That's awesome.
We had a couple of other projects, and I learned a lot from those. But this is the first one where the box comes to the house.
Yeah,
with your name
on it,
and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's really, really real.
And how long did it take you to put it together?
So it was, like I said, they approached. It was about 14 months ago when they approached. I think it took us maybe about 5 months to do the writing. And then it was about a 5-month editing. And the layout was all done by the publishing house. We selected a lot of the photos. A lot of stuff got changed because, this didn't fit on a page. This didn't work on a page. This guy's looking off the page. These terms that I don't know. I'm a writer. I don't know any of these design terms. So we had to learn all that, and then so it was basically 5 months to write, 5 months to edit, and then a couple of months to get it printed and to us, and then here we are off the ground.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was real. Like when they did the book signing, the people that were there, incredible. And to know, well, he's my friend now. He's stuck with me now because I'm good friends with his wife, and now him and I are best
Congratulations,
friends. But to walk in there,
I was warned about this actually.
Other people get gifts for Christmas. You get Tico.
I get me.
I'm going to stop and get a new phone number on the way home, but that's okay.
You know what a proud moment it is to walk in, and I'm walking in with my wife. We're obviously both little, and then you see all these. Mario Cristobal is the first guy I see. Then I see Coach Spo with his kids. Then later on you see Bam Adebayo with Asia Wilson, and then you have all these other reporters and writers. It was like we were awestruck, and then you see Tim and talking, and then you're like, oh my God, he speaks so well. He says such good stories.
For the record, I wasn't surprised that you speak words.
I was wondering why that caught him by surprise.
I swear to you,
write and talk,
and he talks good.
No. I thought for sure he was like a nerd that just sat behind and wrote stuff and didn't talk much.
But look at that. Talk good just went right over his head. Dude,
and he was funny, hilarious. No, it was like, and again, we left there like one of the best nights we've had in a long time. Hanging out as a husband and a wife.
Yeah. It was a fun night, and thank you to Books and Books for hosting it for us.
They did a great
they're
job.
a great venue. And
Speaking of books and sponsors, I have to mention our sponsor in the show today is Mama's Cakes. Look at this delicious cake that we have here. The girls came all the way from also Miami Lakes, and they acquired this company. They started it. They're kicking it off this month. But we're going to be interviewing them soon, so you'll be able to see their show and their story. Another small business.
That's awesome.
A story that's
beautiful.
About
that because I know you
Success
didn't arrange
story.
this because this actually looks really nice. So I'll definitely have to taste that. That's awesome.
We'll
What's
do
the
that
name
at the end of
company?
the show. Mama's Cakes. Their website is out. They've launched already. I think they even have a deal. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention about the deal. Yes,
we
the
can talk about
HSN,
them
the
in a
Home
second
Shopping
and
Network
find
deal.
out.
So it's very exciting.
That's very
But
cool.
okay, sorry, that was what do you call it? Intermission. Now back to the show.
Did they say why this book and why now?
Well, they had some success with the Celtics book.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get more and more into the sports space. There are some other. They've done some other sports books in the interim. We can't really say at the moment that they're going to do more.
Yeah.
But they're going to do more.
Yeah.
And,
just looking at this book,
we might be back in a couple of years to talk more about that.
I'm totally fine with that because it is
that's
really
that's my
book.
tease. That's my hint. Right
And
there.
as a person who's been following the Heat from the beginning, and also I have read several of your articles and they've been great. Like for a franchise like a storied franchise like the Miami Heat and call me biased, but there is a depth and wealth of, there's so many stories, there's so many different angles and so many different directions. How did you even decide what to put in this book? Because even like, I was just looking at a couple of the pages, and there were stories I didn't, of course, didn't know, and then like things I was remembered about, and I only look at the first 10 pages. How did you even decide?
It's a great question, and it was impossible, really. So, I mean, you have to hit the highlights. Like, spoiler alert, LeBron James is in the book.
Is that what's the other guy? Wade something or other?
He spells his name oddly. Yeah. My first night covering the Heat was the night they drafted Dwayne, and I may or may not have spelled his name incorrectly that night. So I contend I got it right, and he gets it wrong. He has a different opinion on that topic, but I got it right most times. The 3 billion times I wrote it after that, so that's good. The beauty of a chronological book is, okay, so we're now married to this. We are in the beginning to now. We're going in order. That's how we're doing it. So, okay, so that part's easy. There's about 150, 160 stories in the book. There have been 160 stories that you could tell about the Miami Heat this week.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. And what you try to do is you try to get a variety of player, a variety of voices, a variety of story. Not all of them are Cinderella. Not all of them are the storybook ending. Some of them ended badly. The first few seasons weren't great. There were the Knicks playoff losses. It's all part of the history. So you can't get everything in. There's some stuff I really wanted to get in that just didn't.
Yeah, because then you're going to have 4,000 pages.
It would be like 74,000 billion pages.
And this would be the coffee table as opposed to be
It would be
book.
the house. It would be the house. And it's, we try to get a really good cross-section. And a little bit of it, some of the decisions at the end about, okay, we had to pull maybe, I don't know, I'm guessing, this is 30 or 40. There were so many versions along the way. We had to pull a lot of vignettes out just because, okay, this is not going to fit. This isn't going to fit. This isn't going to work. And some of that was photo driven. What do we have good photos of that were available to us that we could go back and use? So, and of course, you can't manufacture new ones, after the fact. So
it was AI. We've made Tico.
You can't manufacture new ones.
We made Tico like 4 foot taller in AI.
I think Tico might be Tico is AI personified because he's everywhere. He's everywhere all at once.
This is abuse. This is abuse.
Coffee driven.
But you have other cool. I saw other cool. You have pictures with Mayor Cava in here.
Yes.
With
I love that story. There's a page in the book. One of the story. I thought it was important to tell the stories. Look, if you're a casual Heat fan, they won a championship in 2006, 2012, 2013. Mm-hmm. If you are a Heat hater, they lost the finals 4 other times. If you were aware of the pandemic, they lost responsibility, and they're great at really being there in the moments when you need. Yeah. When the community needs their teams, their athletes, their heroes to step up. We're very lucky in this market that it happens.
Yeah.
To me, when Surfside happened, and there's a photo in the book, I think it's my wife's favorite part of the book. Mayor Cava is walking to the site, and Mayor Cava is not a tall lady. Udonis Haslem is a tall man. And he has his arm just draped over her. And she just looks so safe. Like, we're going to get the picture. If you're just looking at the picture, and if you didn't know what happened at the Towers, if you just look at the picture, you knew 2 things. One, something terrible happened, and these people are going to get through it together. If you just look at the picture, you know that much.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I thought it was really important to put things like that in the book to remind people that the Heat care about more than just basketball. And I know Mayor Cava is aware of that page. And
guess who told her?
I'm aware of that too. But it's important to show, and I've always tried to do. I mean, when you go to a game, you go to a game. I mean, you go to a game, you tell the story of a game, and that's it. When we have the opportunity to tell the stories of athletes, coaches, executives as people.
As people, yeah.
That's what I can do. That's what I can bring you. If you want to know what happened in the game, you watch the game, or you get on your phone, or you get on your laptop, and you look at what happened in the game, and you know the score.
Yeah.
It was 105 to 103. Okay, now I'm caught up. They don't need
You can even get
the
a
game story.
transcript now. You don't even need to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we have been given, the people in my industry, storytellers, whether it's what I do in writing, whether it's the visual stuff, whether it's news people, pods, whatever it is, we have been given the insane privilege to go into the locker room and get to know these people as people. And hopefully we're asking the questions that a fan would really want to know, and telling the stories that fans don't know just from watching. And so we tried to get a nice cross-section of that in the book as well.
That's amazing.
You have another one. I keep jumping. Sorry.
No
But
worries.
you have another one. You had another picture. Andy Ellisberg. Are you aware that I know Andy Ellisberg?
I am.
Did you know that I've known him since he was an intern there?
Look,
I know
I'm
you're
aware-
a reporter. He knows everything.
I'm aware you know everybody.
No.
I could make up a person and you would know who they were. You're like that mentalist, the Oz Perlman guy. Like, I'm thinking of a number, 6.5.
I'm not
Like,
asking you. This is my
He
last
knows
question.
This stuff.
This is my last comment.
This is his, not
This is
his
why-
last
this is
comment.
what-
How old I am.
This is what Ron suffers.
Johnny Carson, Great Karnak.
Karnak,
There you
yes.
go.
He's Tico's got the envelope and he just rips it open. You know, and
Okay,
we won't do the jokes.
stop it. I'm talking about
Stop
Andy here.
it.
Andy is one of the nicest human beings. Okay, I met him when he was an intern. He had just started. I go back to the Louis Chaffel days. We used to print their magazine.
Mm-hmm.
My father and I, and then there was a guy there that passed away that worked out of our office. And then he would always take me and I would talk to Andy. Coolest guy, huge, tall, son of, and I'm talking, and he's now vice president, manager.
Yeah, and
he's the whole thing.
Andy's title is GOAT, basically.
But to this day, he sees me and he remembers me.
He's amazing.
How
at
does he do that?
Because he cares. He cares about people. He cares about. Andy will retire with 0.0 rebounds, 0 assists. And in the same vein as Pat Riley and Mickey Arison and Nick Arison, and I shouldn't have started the list because we could fill a whole pod just with me reciting names. Without him, none of this happens. Like, Andy Ellisberg is general manager, senior vice president. He is, I hope that's his current title. Andy, if you've been promoted in the last year, forgive me for not paying
Sorry.
attention. You're him. You're the GOAT. That's your title. You're the GOAT. That should be Andy's title. His job is primarily to figure out how to squeeze all of these contracts into the salary cap and take advantage of all of the different machinations of it, like the aprons and the exceptions and this and that. And okay, I want to go trade for this guy. We can't say names. I want to go trade for this guy. Okay, well, this is what it's going to take. And Andy has the amazing gift of making a salary cap dollar feel like $5. He knows it all. And the CBA has changed, the collective bargaining agreement between the league and its players, basically the rules by which everybody has to play under financially, but from the business side. It's changed umpteen times since Andy's been in the job.
I don't know how they keep track of it.
But he does.
It's such a science.
He speaks that language.
Yeah.
And Andy he graduated from St. Thomas, I think on a Monday, took Tuesday off, and started work at the Heat on a Wednesday. And has not, he's been there from the very beginning. There's still about a half dozen Heat lifers left.
So this whole thing around the Heat and they say it all the time everywhere about culture.
Mm-hmm.
They really do walk that walk.
Oh, they absolutely walk that walk. And look, the culture really took off when Pat Riley came from New York in '95, and Mickey Arison bought the team a few months before that, assumed control again of the team. I think people forget that.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
It was almost not in the Arison control, and for a few months there, I don't think it was. And then it came time to sell the team, and Mickey realized, well, I have $68 million, so. And thank goodness he remembered that in time, because who knows what would have happened without that move happening. But it's the culture has all of these. It's a punchline amongst a lot of the national media. It just is.
Yeah.
And Miami is for a lot of the national media.
Yeah.
There's haters everywhere, and I thought I did not like culture being on shirts. I didn't like them selling culture. I didn't like them marketing culture. I liked when culture was just something they did.
Yeah.
But that's just my, nobody asked me. I don't actually work there. They don't ask my opinion on things. Culture is simply this to me. Culture is you just show up and you work harder than everybody else. That's what they demand of players. That's what they demand of coaches. That's what they demand of the executives. And there are fundamental principles. And Pat Riley is 80. And he is still as driven today as he was at 50. That is the culture. Spo could walk away tomorrow and be in the Hall of Fame with his 2 championships and be like, I'm great, and go live his life. The culture doesn't allow him to do that. They truly walk the walk, and there are so many people there. What keeps the culture real is that there are people there like Andy who pride themselves on being keepers of the culture, on being caretakers of the culture.
Seen and unseen.
Seen and unseen. Mostly unseen.
Yeah.
The culture was at its best when it was unseen.
Yeah.
And then it became this thing, and then it gets out. And
Marketing.
Look, and this is not just a Heat thing. Like every team, the Yankees have culture. The Dodgers have culture. The Dolphins have culture. Every team has it. How much do you choose to live by it?
Right.
That's what separates organizations. And the Heat, now that it's out there, they have no choice. Like, they're very proud of it, but is still more unseen than seen.
Yeah. How do you, as a writer, balance or navigate writing about nostalgia versus reality?
It's easy. It's the reality is what's in front of you. Like, a lot of what I do is going to games, and there's that big, beautiful scoreboard with that weird fireball in the middle of it, but it's cool looking. It's unusual, but it's cool looking. They put that beautiful scoreboard in a couple of years ago, and at the end of the night, there are 2 numbers, what the Heat scored and what the other team scored. And my story is shaped from that, and it's not in dispute. Sometimes the calls are in dispute, sometimes the decisions are in dispute, but there's a winner and a loser, and that makes my life pretty easy. So game nights are very simple. You try, when you're telling the stories that aren't game stories, you try to marry what's pertinent today, what don't you know, what's new about this team. Norman Powell's been with the Heat for a few months. What about Norm? Davion Mitchell's been with the Heat a short time. Bam's been here for 9 years. Niko Jovic has been here for 4 years. So there's things you don't know about them because they haven't been here forever.
Right.
But there is still this overarching thing that is the Heat way, the Heat history, and you find a way to marry the 2 elements when you have to. You don't always have to go back to the history.
Yeah.
People still, I know everybody says what they say about newspapers and our industry, that the media is, quote, dying, that people aren't reading as much anymore. And to a certain extent, there's some truth to it. How we consume information is what's changing.
Yeah.
People still want the escape. We write books and we write features and we do podcasts and we publish newspapers and things because people still want an escape from their lives. And whether it's 2 minutes or 20 minutes or 2 hours or 20 hours a day, if we can entertain them and maybe inform them just a little bit and tell them something that they don't know and give it to them in a manner that they can digest it easily, they're going to come back.
Yeah.
So it's just, everyone's like, the field is in trouble. Well, yeah, it is. But it's time for us to evolve as storytellers. I think you're seeing that now more and more largely through what guys like you are doing.
And I think it is fun. I think you can apply it to everything, right? It's always going to evolve, and you have to stay ahead. And I think it's when I opened the book again there, when you're dealing with like individuals and people who are larger than life, some of them physically larger than life, you still.
Shaquille O'Neal is a very big man. Yes.
And like, I had the pleasure of talking with Alonzo Mourning. I actually just saw him here in the book, and it was the first time meeting him, and I met him out of contact, and it was just at a gym, and we ended up talking for like 45 minutes about our kids, and it was just like the first time like you see and you connect and meet with somebody who is larger than life, who physically larger than me. could be speaking to anybody else who literally wants to, but he still talked to me like a person. And we talked about our kids and schools and other things like that, and about just personal challenges as just being men and people and parents. And it was just one of those things that like makes you value them even more, but it also adds depth to the people you see. And I'm just curious for you, from your, like, you see them day in and day out as people on and off the court. I guess again, it's still, it's a little bit of a balancing act, and like,
Sure.
how do you highlight them as individuals and still?
That's kind of the way I feel when Tim talks to me. Same thing. I'm like,
Stop. Stop.
I'm not kidding. Like right now, he's inspired me.
Does he have a mute button? Can we stop him?
Do you realize that, okay, the audience, small business, but we also rebroadcast on Sirius XM through Slam 145, the station Slam 145, which is run by kids that are in that school.
Yep.
Yeah, they have their host.
Who are also
All those
very much
kids-
more professional than we are, for the record.
Yes, but they're all listening to this, and
More
you're
professional
inspiring
than
them.
one of you, perhaps. Yes.
Yeah, laugh at me, but you're inspiring me. Imagine what you're doing for those kids, what you're talking about, those that want to be journalists that are afraid, or sports writers that are afraid of what's coming. You just motivated me, so what are you doing for them?
Well,
so it's huge.
Everything, we do. Some of us just package it in different ways. Some of us write books, some of us tell stories, some of us do pods. We're all communicators. Television personalities? I don't know, maybe. But every one of them is going to be a communicator, and they're learning incredibly valuable skills at a young age. And it's important to remember to not be afraid of it. Just go up to if you have a question, go up to somebody and ask the question. What's the worst that can happen? They don't answer? Okay, you tried. And that's what I really like about the SLAM program, by the way, is that I say we, I'm not involved in it at all. What you guys are doing is just teaching them very valuable skills. We're all communicators, Tico, you know that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, can I ask you to do one story? The one, because you were mentioning, at the end of the game,
Sure,
what happened to you, what happened to him with the shot?
Which
The shot. There's only one. The
There's
shot.
only
The
one
Ray
shot?
Allen shot.
So I have
Listen to what happened.
I
What he
have
had.
to file.
Yeah.
Part of my job at the Associated Press, we have to get a story out really fast. And we can go back into it and update and add quotes and all those things. But we pride ourselves on immediacy and accuracy. I got to be fast and I got to be right. When that horn goes off, we have to be ready. So it's game 6. What the gentleman is referring to is game 6 of the 2012 NBA Finals. And Miami is down by 3 with 28.2 seconds remaining in game 6 against San Antonio. They need 3 points to tie or else. They had just lost the finals the previous year. If they lose this, who knows what's going to happen? It wouldn't have been good what was going to happen. LeBron misses a shot. Chris gets a rebound. And the rest is history. So Chris Bosh gets the rebound, throws it to Ray Allen. Ray Allen backs up, makes the 3 from the corner with 5.2 seconds left. Shoots it with 6.8 seconds left. Goes through the basket with 5.2 seconds left. I've watched the replay a couple of times.
Can you tell?
Tony Parker is kind of closed out, but not really there. Tim Duncan's not on the floor for the Spurs, which is critical, and that's how Chris Bosh was able to get the rebound away from Manu Ginobili. The shot goes in. It becomes evident that the game's going to go to overtime, and I have about 1,000 words on my screen of the Heat lose because you have to be ready at the buzzer.
That's right.
He put up the tape, and it's good.
So I've got all this on my screen, and where I'm sitting. I'm basically sitting right now. It's the other side of the court, at the top of the 100 level, right in line with Ray Allen. Like it's a straight line from me to the corner,
right there on the corner,
across over the Heat bench across the court. I am dead straight with Ray. So the hoop's right in our way. The ball, as soon as it's out of his hands, I was like, okay. Grab everything.
Delete.
Start over. Luckily, it went to overtime, so I had some time to start rewriting. But it's part of the fun of in those moments. You want to just scream, "What was that?" because whether you're a Heat fan or not, and we can't root. I mean, I don't root for the teams I root for a great story.
Yeah.
But you want to, like, you just experience something amazing. Like, I'm sitting in Paris. I'm doing the game story on the gold medal game between the U.S. and France. And the U.S. is up 6 or 8 points with a couple minutes to go. It's a comfortable margin. They're going to win the game. I have a couple hundred words on my screen. Not enough. Ball goes 28 feet in the air. What just happened? And then I realized there's like 30 Canes baseball game in April of 2002. It's freezing. It's cold. It's rainy. I go downstairs and I don't understand the culture. I don't understand Cuban culture. I don't know the words. I don't know any of this stuff. I go down to the concession stand. Do you have any coffee? No. Tea? Hot chocolate? She goes, cafe? And I'm like,
Sure.
is it warm? I was like, great. So they give me the cup, and
It's just a little white cup. That's it.
The little cups on top of it, and I'm like,
Who's that for?
what is with this young lady? She's trying so hard. She's so confused. I don't need this. So I take it back up to the press box. Well, this is good. We
Down it.
down it.
Nice.
5 minutes later, sweat's flying off my forehead.
But were you cold?
I was no longer
No
cold,
longer
but
cold.
I thought
There
I
you
was
go.
having a stroke. And one of the guys who's working in the press box, there was a hot dog machine in the back of the old press box at Mark Light. He comes over with like 4 hot dog rolls, just empty hot dog rolls, and he's like, "Eat these now. You're gonna die."
My God, to think I drink those things by the gallon.
Oh, now I do it like nothing.
Oh, okay.
But that to
Training.
me, that feeling is what Ray Allen shot is like. Like
What did he give it to you? Yeah.
You cannot. There's nothing else that gives you that jolt, and it's so cool to be. It's so cool to know. It's just. I keep using the word privilege. It's a privilege to know that what I'm writing in that moment. And it's not just me. What all of us are writing in that
Yeah.
moment is going to get read forever. Like, it's on the internet in permanent ink. And when 30 years from now, when somebody wants to, for whatever reason, read the story of what happened that night with Ray's 3 and Chris Bosh blocking the 3 at the other end at the end of overtime and the Heat winning game 6, that story is going to come up. And that is just the coolest thing in the world. I
Yes.
love telling stories. These things, the book,
That's the coolest thing in the world now.
it's so nice to me that I've gotten to see moments that will live forever,
witness,
and to have to
witness
be able
history and be part of it.
and to be able to chronicle it, to be able to tell you what the history was and the context of it, and not just what happened, but why it happened and why it's important. I got the greatest job in the world. I really do.
Yeah,
I won't
I'm
argue
very
with
jealous.
you there. I want to argue with you
Okay,
there.
we ran out of time a long time
So
ago.
where do we
but
find? Where can we find this book?
It's everywhere. It's at it's on Amazon, Books and Books, Barnes and Noble. We're hoping to do an event in Miami Lakes. There's another event we're hoping to do. There's a 20th anniversary of this year's of the 2006 championship coming in the next few weeks,
Wow,
and we're going to do a
already?
couple. Hopefully, we're going to do an event around that. But Amazon, Books and Books. It's where you find books.
yeah,
it's
I
where
ordered
it
mine
is.
from Amazon
The Miami Heat.
12 weeks
An
before
illustrated
you were
timeline.
released. As soon as it popped up, I had already
So
ordered
you
it.
were the one.
I'm the one.
Yes.
And I know there was some kind of misprint in the beginning. I'm hoping that I want
Thanks,
you to
Tico.
I want you to check mine. I want
You might have a collector's
I,
edition.
that would be my dream.
It wasn't
I have
our
to-
fault.
We have to check it.
It
No, I
wasn't
know.
our fault.
But
It's right now.
If
Okay,
anybody's,
so
if
my-
anybody's looking
here,
for a
show
great
it.
Christmas gift,
So
the
you
Miami
c-
Heat, an illustrated timeline.
Yeah, illustrates to the listening
By
audience. I
Tim
can't hear it on the
Reynolds.
radio. I'm holding up the book. But now, even more important than the book, the newspaper in which he comes out reading the book. And this is very important because this is edited and written by somebody even more important than Tim, and that's Linda Trichetta, my good friend from the Miami Laker. You can see this
She's
in
my
this
good friend too.
Yeah, he kind of knows her. So you got to get the paper. This is this edition, December 19th edition. So it just came out. This
Just
was on
came
my
out.
doorsteps this weekend. So look at that,
amazing.
and he's there with Bam Adebayo. Like I said, Asia Wilson was there.
In full
All the famous
disclosure,
people.
I am married to the author of that article, which is why I can say she's my good friend. Yes, but she
Well, I'm not, but she's still my good friend.
she edited
Reluctantly.
it was Pro tip: if you ever do a book, don't have your spouse edit it. It's because it's like it's your passion. You're like, I work so hard on this thing, and then she walks back in from the kitchen with the PDFs, and she's like, "Do you have any more red pens? I've run out of ink in these 20." She's an excellent editor, and man, did she find some stuff. But she made the book so much better. I mean, she really did. So it wasn't just a labor of love for me. It's like, my wife, who I think I can say I don't think she cared much about basketball before I came along, and now she's just been, I mean, the best life partner I could have ever had without question. But the way that she really put herself into the book, she made it a lot better, thankfully. And without her, it would have been awful. I'll put it that way.
Linda, I'm going to clip that for you, and we're going to just replay it every day at your place.
Thanks for coming again.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks.
Yes,
Folks,
thank you so
go
much.
get
I don't want it
yourself
to
a
end,
Christmas
and I don't want it
book.
to end, but this guy's about to smack me across the head, and any minute now, Grant Miller's going to run in here. We're way over time. Tell me, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, folks, go get your Christmas gifts, and
Yeah, no brainer.
Nowhere
Best
else,
investment you
else,
can make. And if, like I've said, my wife's a big Dwayne Wade fan. Has been. I'm trying to get her into the new guys, but she goes, I don't see Dwayne Wade there. So she's like ignoring it, but I'm starting to teach her hero, and bam, hopefully they're all going to stay there. But so hopefully she'll get back. But the book is literally, you don't understand how
That's
you
a
got to come to my
great looking
house and you see how picky she is with every little thing. I'm not allowed anything anywhere. And that thing sits right there in front of the TV
his
in the
wife is
family
his
room.
life editor, and just
Yeah.
It's-
That's everything.
it's-
Even the shirt I'm wearing today. This is from Christmas Vacation. Yes.
Oh.
We watch it every year. It's a tradition. We have to watch it every year. I know that movie by heart. So that's why I chose the shirt today. All right. Sorry. Thank you,
I thought
everybody.
it was Arm Day.
No, it's not my fault. I try to buy them. at the kids stores. I buy them extra.
so that way
Medium.
it looks medium,
Mediums,
makes it
yes.
better.
Here we go. Back to abusing me. Why? I don't know.
Thank you, Tico.
Anthony, get us